Previously, on Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, Stark tried to look cool by putting on his jacket, and then I tried to look just as cool by copying him afterwards. So, how did I do? Did I do so well? Maybe not, huh? Oh well, on to the episode then. Hello everyone, and this is my reaction to Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, episode 10. Last time, we had a cool scene of Stark putting on his jacket, looking way cooler than someone as cowardly as him had any right of being. Oh well. But then again, he made up for it in the fight with the demons. Although Fern probably looked a bit cooler during that fight, as Lugnir could not best her at all. She ended up putting much more of a fight than he was prepared for. So he kept saying that his plan was to kill her, but she dodged it. But in truth, he was just wanting to play around with her. He convinced himself that he could kill Fern at any time and she was no threat to him. Same with Limia to Stark. They both were in no hurry to finish off their opponents. They both got too arrogant and too cocky for their own good, and eventually that led to both of their downfalls. Stark, so they just did the classic, as if you keep getting back up, that's all it takes. I've seen that happen before. But that move he used at the end, so I had to watch it again, and he just moved like instantaneously fast, and she had no time to react to it. Like, lightning strike! Like, just as he was in motion, he went down, and she couldn't see it coming. And Fern just completely dominated over Lugnir. He kept telling himself that it's okay, I have the advantage. I'll win eventually. But Fern ended up being much more capable than he was prepared for. I like the animation of block, block, attack, attack, attack. The way she just turned her staff around and all that. He underestimated Fern, and then finally Zoltrak straight to the heart, and both of them died. Meanwhile, Frieren went to meet with Aura, the guillotine, and now that these demons are dead, I think she's all that's left. So I think this episode is gonna be Frieren fighting Aura. So let's see how that turns out now. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this episode of Frieren. Please leave a like on the video if you do. The like button over there, guys. The like button down below. Please press that, please. And share your thoughts of the episode and of my reaction in the comments down below. But no spoilers, guys. I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Don't give me spoilers. I don't want to know anything that's gonna happen. I want to find out by myself when I eventually get to watching it. And of course, subscribe to my channel for more from me, for more episodes, and maybe more shows in the future. I'll think about it. Alright then, guys, time to get started.
Nothing more than monsters that can imitate the human tongue. I call them demons.
Sorry about that. That seemed important and I missed it. Shoot. I'll get back to it afterwards. I'm not gonna pause, I'll just let the episode play and then go back to it afterwards. This part over here I like a lot.
She'll kill Aura by tricking her.
Nonsense. I know this mage. Frieren the Slayer has never once fought us from the shadows. Why then do I feel something is wrong? This girl's mana is weak. Yet I was overwhelmed by the sheer number of her rapid attacks. How was she able to execute such powerful magic without exhausting her mana? Both you and your teacher are a disgrace to the title of mage.
What do you
I
mean?
assure you, Mistress Frieren knows that better than anyone else.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that means.
This is an elven village.
Oh, is that how she found Frieren? Did demons do this?
Speak up, girl. Was it you who killed him? You look near dead yourself.
That is Frieren.
Good bit of mana you have there. You must be powerful. You took them head on, didn't you? I don't know why people prefer an honest playing field. Run or hide or take them by surprise. You're working both safer and smarter if you do. I can't understand the way strong mages think.
Well, you should.
Huh?
Hmm?
You should understand exactly how I think. I'm certain you are far more powerful a mage than I.
And what makes you say that?
Call it a hunch.
Okay.
Interesting. Have a name?
So that's how they first met, 1,000 years ago.
I saved your life. If I hadn't shown up, you would be sharing a grave with that demon.
What did you do exactly?
These are stronger than the general you killed.
Oh, okay. Well, now you're about to do something.
Fascinating creatures, aren't they? They fully intended to catch us off guard by concealing their mana until just before they struck. But the moment they realized we were mages, they waltzed out into the open with grandeur.
Massacre the elves. Those were the Demon King's orders. Your existence matters not to me.
How thoughtful.
Don't abandon her.
I know the absolute faith they have in these magics they've poured their lives into studying. In other words, I know they're an arrogant and overconfident breed.
Oh! What was that? That was cool. What was... Whoa!
Frieren, they lacked your perception and quickly judged me a weakling. Though I admit they were exceptional mages, their overconfidence cost them their lives.
By controlling the release of your mana, you hid your strength so they didn't see you as a threat.
Whoa.
That's right. I deceive and kill my enemies by allowing them to miscalculate my power. It is a cowardly and unfair way to fight.
No.
That makes a mockery of the art of magic itself.
Oh, so that means Fern is actually... Is that what that means? They're saying Fern is actually more powerful than he sensed. She's actually been hiding her power the whole time.
The demons took all that I've ever known from me.
Me too.
I wish to eradicate every last one.
Me too.
That explains that.
Try limiting the mana you release to 1/10 of its typical volume. Impressive. You're controlling it well.
Do I stop suppressing my mana whenever I feel like it, or whenever you tell me to?
Nope.
You'll do it for as long as I have. For life. If you can, you'll fool demonkind for the rest of your days.
Is she actually stronger then?
I sense Lord Lugnier is dead.
Slaughtered like the rest of your executioners.
I doubt she's been challenged before. I can tell that much from the mana overflowing from her body.
She doesn't
has
have...
no tricks up her sleeve, as demons don't conceal their mana. They can't afford to.
Oh, Selesa.
Oh, it's happening now.
Master? Demons are quite cunning creatures, are they not? So why haven't they thought to constantly suppress their mana like you do?
I'm sure they would if they could.
Oh, what do you mean?
Demons are individualists by nature. The barest society needs what to function?
Order, I suppose.
That's right.
Order.
Even an organization of monsters needs someone of importance to lead it. He's clearly important. But humans have no innate way of showing that. So, for others to know he's someone of note, he has to put on the trappings of rank.
So demons are different then.
So they display their power to show authority. Is that it?
The stronger an individual is, the more desperate they are to show it off.
Okay.
Unlike us, for them there's no benefit in constantly suppressing their mana.
Okay, so for them they have to show it off.
It's been 3 years since you began suppressing your mana. I suppose I was right about you after all. You've grown much better at that. Now
Oh,
tell me, you
Flamma.
still love magic, don't you?
Yes, somewhat.
Your confidence has waned over time. Long ago you told me you loved the craft with fervor.
It's only been 50 years since then.
50 years.
A smart girl. You're going to live a long life. Perhaps someday you'll become strong enough to defeat the Demon King.
With some help.
All I ask is that you plant flowers around my grave. I have a spell that creates a field of flowers. To tell you the truth, it's actually my favorite one.
Ah, that's the one that they use for the statue for Himmel.
Listen to me, Frieren. You must never seek to leave your mark on history. There's safety in obscurity. And once you've finally defeated the Demon King, rest assured the whole world shall know your name.
And then 1,000 years passed. Close to 1,000 years anyway. About 900 at least. This is interesting actually. Oh, a small hut. All by herself or so. Oh, cool. Oh, what the? Oh, the town just formed as the decades went on, and later centuries.
I've heard a seasoned mage lives somewhere in these woods.
And then they showed up.
I would say she has approximately 1/5 of the mana I do. Fairly middle of the road.
Way to make a first impression. Now move along. You don't have business with a mediocre mage, do you?
No, but you're easily the strongest mage I've ever laid eyes on.
And what would make you say that?
Just a hunch? Call it a hunch.
Show her, Frieren. Show her who's boss. Let's do this.
I would wager you had no more than 100 years training. Not only that, it's been 80 years and you haven't grown a bit. Were you honing other skills instead of increasing your mana? Or were you piddling your life away?
Watch.
Just as expected. You're absolutely no match for me.
Wait.
The scales are starting to tip in her direction.
You're the one who opted to gamble with my soul, Aura. To tell you the truth, I would have been in real trouble if you had tried to overwhelm me with numbers. I'm grateful for your overconfidence when it comes to your mana. I've been suppressing my mana. A grave miscalculation on your part, Aura.
Valiant last-ditch effort. But there's no chance that could have escaped my notice. There wasn't a hint of the instability or variation in your mana output that comes with suppression.
I'm surprised. Demons are capable of observing mana with such accuracy.
Seems my master was right with her methods after all.
I've spent the better part of my life in a constant state of suppression. It has become natural for me.
Oh.
This is absurd! I'm a great demon who has lived for over 500 years.
Ara, the one standing before you,
Oh!
is a great mage who's lived for over 1,000.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. You lost.
Just as demons deceive mankind with their words, you must deceive them with your mana.
Ara, kill yourself.
It's over.
How could I ever?
And just like that, it's done. She didn't have to do a thing. That was it? Why are these episodes so short? These are way too short, man. Oh, I just now saw the dragon over there. Awesome. My only complaint about the show so far is that the episodes are way too short. Not the episodes themselves. This episode and last ones and the ones before, they were all awesome. But they get over so fast, man. I mean, yeah, they have some amazing stuff in it and some good world building and lore as well, but that barely felt like much, man. So, since they try to deceive us, the only way to beat them is to deceive them back. That's the logic that Flamma went with, who then taught it to Frieren, who then taught it to Fern. So Flamma talked about how demons show off their mana without trying to hide it, and because Flamma was hiding her mana, they underestimated her, and that made them drop their guard, and she was able to take advantage of that. But what I found very interesting was there was a more specific reason why demons don't hide their mana. They can't afford to. In a society with order, their standing in the world is dependent on the amount of mana they have, and showing off their mana is a way for showing off their authority. And for that reason, they can't afford to conceal their power, because then people will perceive them as weak and not want to follow them. They have to prove that they're stronger than them through showing the amount of mana that they have. Only then can they have any sort of power and any sort of standing. If they don't have enough mana, then they'll be discarded. They're no more than a child in poverty. That's why they showed the child in the alley over there. I think that's why they showed that over there. Like maybe that's what a demon would become if they have very little mana. Money and status are not important to them. The only thing they care about is power. But then there are also demons out there who proudly show off their mana. Well, maybe when the demons first came to the town over here, at that time they might have suppressed it. But after a while, when there was no more of a need to, they revealed it again. That's probably also why the other executioner, Drat, underestimated Frieren so much. He couldn't sense too much mana from her, and as a result, he thought she was very weak. And that allowed her to take advantage of him and kill him very easily. He thought she would be very easy because he couldn't sense that much mana from her. But then, nope. Same thing with Fern and Lugnir. He found out too late that Fern was actually suppressing his mana and said that she was being deceitful. And she said that Frieren knows it better than anyone. She probably guessed that Frieren had been doing it all this time. Actually, she probably taught Fern how to do that, and that's probably how Fern found out. And Frieren has been doing it for so long that it actually feels natural to her. Or I actually had ways of telling if someone was suppressing her mana, but you couldn't sense that on Frieren. It was just that natural to her. So we saw with Flamma how she was concentrating on suppressing her mana, and she's been doing it for 50 years, and she kept doing it for centuries more after Flamma passed away, as civilization kept building around her, and as she eventually crossed paths with the hero's party. Now, a part of me did wonder what Hydra's role in the hero's party was. I was not sure what exactly they needed a priest for. So was he also able to use magic as well? Maybe that's why Fern wanted to impress him with magic. Maybe that has something to do with it. And that's what eventually led Hydra to assigning Frieren as her mentor. Yeah, so that answers that. And this episode also explains why Frieren hates demons so much. It is personal. A group of demons came and executed the elves in the village that she's in. Maybe that's why there are so few elves left, because demons exterminated them all a long time ago. They probably foresaw how much of a threat they could be, and that's why they did it. Pretty smart of them, I have to say. Too bad they couldn't get them all, and the one that they missed ended up being much more powerful than either of them were prepared for. Aura thought she had the other hand because she had been around for 500 years, but Frieren had been around for 1,000 years and had way more mana than she could ever comprehend. And all she had to do was, Aura, kill yourself. I messed that up, didn't I? And she couldn't do anything, and that's it. I'm going to go back and watch that scene again after this, but that's where I'm going to end it over here. So are they finally going to be done with this town now, and are they finally going to keep going with, or are the guillotine now gone for good, and the executioner is also gone? It should be smooth sailing from here. At least I think it will be. Well, let's find out what happens next time on Frieren. Thank you for watching my reaction to this episode. Thank you for watching my reaction to this episode, and I will see you all next time for more. Bye everyone.